everybody, it's me Beata and welcome to today's video. Today I have decided that we should take a look on Pluto opposition Ascendant in Synastry. This video has been requested a couple of times, so that's why I think some of you are curious about this one, so let's take a look on this. Before we start, I would like to tell you that I already have Pluto conjunct Ascendant in Synastry, so in case this doesn't apply to you, you can still search in my videos on my channel because I also have Pluto conjunct Ascendant. Conjunction and opposition are indeed different, and some of you might be surprised that sometimes opposition work actually very well in Synastry, okay? This really cannot be said about your birth chart or in transit, But when it comes to Synastry, opposition is actually very interesting aspect. And to make a generalization big time, I have to tell you that opposition is actually much more welcome than square in Synastry, and sometimes opposition is actually better aspect to get than conjunction, even though conjunction is, let's say, felt the most in Synastry between the couple, okay? So this introduction is rather long, but before I start, I also like to tell you that when it comes to opposition, and first of all, how opposition is created in the first place. Today, in this age, we live generation of people, Pluto being in Scorpio, okay? These people are now, old enough to really experience relationships. That's why opposition can be created between someone who has Pluto in Scorpio opposing someone's ascendant in Taurus, okay? So this is one example. Another one would be my generation. We have Pluto in Libra, and there is opposition to someone who has ascendant in Aries, okay? So even if you really don't know your Synastry grid and what are your aspects, you can still be aware if you have this one or no, just based on this data or information I just gave you, okay? So Pluto opposition Ascendant is definitely felt in any Synastry. Of course, degree matters, but we really have to understand that whatever touches our Ascendant becomes the theme in our relationship. That means that Ascendant person will feel Pluto's effect on their life, on their overall life, because Ascendant is indeed our, appearance, our physical body, our looks, the way we really show up to the world is our Ascendant. So what this means in Synastry is that there is mutual attraction between Pluto person and Ascendant person. Ascendant person will feel the effect more because it is really Ascendant person who is receiver of this Plutonic energy. And I'm telling you, even if you are the person who is really not looking for someone Scorpionic, now you will be, because really Ascendant point is so sensitive that we really want to look for and search what is that Pluto person about and what he or she can eventually bring to us. Typically, Pluto's presence is very mysterious, is very alluring, and is very, very attractive, even sexually attractive to Ascendant person. That's why Ascendant is drawn to Pluto's presence or yes, to his presence big time, okay? So this really cannot be avoided. Pluto person, he is not aware about this overall influence he or she has on ascendant person, but he also wants to figure out what is that ascendant person about, but this is rather to less degree, okay? So let's be really clear here. Ascendant person is stroke in a first place, and Pluto person follows, because planet Pluto is generational planet. It is the slowest moving planet, right? In the sky, so we really cannot expect that Pluto will immediately know that he really wants to figure out what is ascendant about, okay? It really takes some time to Pluto person to come to this conclusion, okay? Now, you know what, if you have this opposition in wider orb, like 4 and more, I would actually recommend it, because this aspect adds really spark to the relationship, okay? Ascendant person is influenced by Pluto's person's opinions, and if you are lucky enough and Pluto person has healthy Pluto in their natal chart, you can actually benefit from this aspect very much, because Pluto person can be really able to enrich your life, even though of course there is a different zodiac sign, which typically means that really Pluto person is operating from different perspective or different angle, but this is still very welcome energy from ascendant person, okay? But first of all, I would definitely recommend you to check Pluto person's Pluto, okay? Because this will decide what this relationship will be about. If someone has good Pluto in their natal chart, which means by position, aspects, and of course sign, then this is actually very welcome, okay? Because Pluto person can really enrich ascendant person's life in areas of their looks, of their appearance, of their overall self-confidence, okay? Pluto person can definitely bring major confidence to ascendant person, and this is all happening very subtly, okay? So don't expect that Pluto person will discuss with you some of these stuffs, but this is actually very psychological placement, but Pluto is doing all this psychology on the ascendant person, which is really the most visible point of our chart together with Sun. So this is what makes it really interesting, okay? If you really want to know what will be the most important thing Pluto person will bring into ascendant life, you definitely check Pluto's person natal Pluto, in which house it is. If someone has like Pluto in 10th house and this is making opposition to your ascendant, we can bet that this person will very much push you into your career goals, and really to somehow improve your overall reputation in the world and your public image, okay? But this is general video, but first look for Pluto. There is Pluto in natal chart. This will tell you a lot. If Pluto is healthy, then all good. If Pluto is damaged, there are still some things that will work, because it is opposition, but as Pluto person has upper hand in this relationship, you really should be, let's say, more careful and cautious. However, if orb is wider enough, it will not be damaging for you, okay? Worst case scenario here would be very tight orb, like up to 1, and Pluto's person's Pluto is damaged by difficult aspects in their natal chart. In this case, we would better avoid this contact, because ascendant person may really suffer from this endless, psychological power struggles with Pluto person. But we have to be aware that these, let's say, power struggles or fights cannot be won by ascendant person, okay? Because ascendant person is in this interaction is the weaker, okay? He is weaker than Pluto person, okay? But really, oppositions are very interesting aspects in synastry, and they say that if we have like enough oppositions in our synastry chart, this person might be our twin flame. I said this earlier that I'm not sure about this whole situation with twin flames, but however, if we have like plenty of oppositions in our synastry chart, there is really a lot of going on in our relationship, and this really adds to our sex life, our experiences, what we want to achieve as a couple. And we are still looking forward to each other because there are these oppositions, and we are really expanding our horizons with each other. Okay guys, so hopefully I said everything what I wanted in this video. In case you have any questions, feel free to type it in. I can offer you my readings, including relationship astrology, where I can assess you and your partner and come to conclusion with your relationship. You can check out my website horoscopesandreadings.com, where I can also offer you my advanced synastry and composite chart course. This is not for babies, this is not for beginners, but if you want to learn or study astrology with me, you are welcome to check it out on my website. Okay guys, I'll be back still this week with another video, and looking forward to all of you. Bye bye.